just kind of get you up to date on a few of the things that your board has been doing since January. As president, I've had a lot of good opportunities. It seems like that our board is working hard on trying to do some outreach programs with a lot of our students. We did go ahead and go to a few of the, not exactly graduations, but some of the functions that the veterinary technician schools have had during the year. And we were welcomed with open arms, and I think they really appreciated having us there. And certainly, at least for my experience, it was a very good experience that I enjoyed being a part of, and I think it's a really good program that we're doing now, that we're bringing in all the technicians and getting out there and talking to them. So anytime that you have an opportunity to visit one of those programs, I definitely suggest that. They really like having a lot of people come over and talk to them and see how things are going. I also had the opportunity to go to the graduation for the veterinary students. They had a nice breakfast for our Nebraska students that were graduating from Iowa State. And it was a great time to sit down and talk to them and a lot of their parents. We're extremely lucky to have a lot of our veterinarians coming back to us after they graduate, so we can be very happy with that. We had, in Iowa State, of the top 10, we had the top 11 students. And if you want further information on that, Dr. Doster's got all that. But we should be extremely proud because our students are, by and far, doing excellent while they're there. They're always some of the top students. This is not a first thing at all. And so we need to be extremely proud of how our students are doing. And definitely, if you have a new graduate or you see one, just thank them for coming back. I know we hired one. We were lucky enough to get one. And she's been doing a great job for us. So things are working. I think everybody should be proud of the program that's going on. I guess we'll move on and we will introduce some of the new members that joined since January. We would like to welcome people like Robin Vinson, Donald Altenhofen, Melinda Judd, Emily Burbach, Chris Horstman, Sean Finch, Kira Kotz, Ryan Cole, Stephanie Peets, Rachel Uman, Lindsay Cook, Brooke Wemhoff, Dana Rich, and Nicole Bowers. We're very happy to have them join.
It's my privilege to announce the candidates for the position of the Secretary Treasurer for the year 2017. Their name is Dr. Seth Harris from UNL and Dr. Larry Henning from Gretna. And at this time, do we have any nominations from the floor? If not, do I have a motion that we accept these candidates?
So made.
A second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. So, Dr. Harris and Dr. Henning, I want to thank you for giving us your willingness to run for office and giving your time and your talents. Thank you.
And I'll just cover a couple of the bills that passed that affect us the most. LB 908 was introduced by Senator Mark Coulterman on behalf of the Nebraska Veterinary Medical Association. This bill allows for new veterinary technicians to begin practicing their trade in Nebraska after finishing the required schooling, but before passing a national accreditation exam. LB 908 will become law on July 21st of this year. However, it may take the licensing division of the Department of Health and Human Services some time to implement the new provisions, and we will continue to track the progress of implementing this legislation for you. LB 471, which probably took up most of our time, also passed this year, and it's the one with, it was one of the earliest bills prioritized and passed in this session. It was a unanimous vote, was LB 471 to mandate participation in Nebraska's prescription drug monitoring program. Our work with the bill's sponsors, Senator Sarah Howard and Senator John Keane, on behalf of the NVMA, limited the dispensing veterinarians reporting to Schedule 2 and Schedule 3 and Schedule 4 drugs. This is set to begin January of 2018. Our amendment also created a veterinary prescription drug monitoring task force made up of 1 member of the Health and Human Services Committee, 2 at-large members of the legislature, 3 members selected from a list of 6 veterinarians provided by the Board of Veterinary Medicine and Surgery, 1 of who is employed by or provides services at an animal shelter, 1 pharmacist nominated by the Nebraska Pharmacy Association, 2 members nominated by the NVMA. The task force shall also include a representative of the Prescription Drug Monitoring Program, who shall be a non-voting member and serve in an advisory capacity. We have our first task force meeting June 21st of this year. We have till December 1st of 2016 to report to the legislature. The members on the committee are Pat Wallmeyer from Hastings, Joey Gaines from Omaha, Dave Weilander from Lance Rosa, Lincoln, I think, and myself. And so we'll start meeting with the committee June 21st of this year and see what we can do to limit the responsibility or limit the involvement as far as paperwork and things we have to do to report the scheduling, that type of stuff.
So there's only 2 things right now that are on the menu for our next meeting this summer. The first one is Resolution 3, which is the revised policy on free roaming cats. It's just going to be another wordsmithing deal. They're trying to get it so everybody can live with NVMA's policy. I just thought it was interesting that one of the things in there, they said that can have an effect for reduced lifespan of feral cats is euthanasia. So, it could shorten somewhat. And then there's another bylaws amendment that we need our executive vice president is resigning, and we are going to need to get a new executive vice president. And right now, the way our bylaws read is that they have to come from a pool of members who have been voting members of the association for 5 continuous years, like the treasurer and the assistant executive vice president have to be. And so a lot of people are wanting to open that pool up to be anyone. With the feeling is that they just want to get the right person in that position, someone who would be good, and that they may not be a veterinarian. There's some people that feel like it's really important to be a veterinarian. So if you have any input on this, feel free to contact Dave or myself, Dave Weilander, and our contact information is on the NVMA website. And if you want to read this, the resolution of the bylaws in full, those are also available on the website. Steve Klein has posted them on the Facebook page and on the blog. So, and if anybody has any questions, you're sure welcome to, or comments, feel free to contact.